Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and back for another Ninjago video. Today we'll be talking about what the entire Ninjago community seems to be talking about right now, which is Tommy Andreasen's April Fool's Day tweet. For those of you who don't know, Tommy Andreasen is the creator or co-creator of Ninjago, and he posted on the 1st of April a image which was titled 2 Truths, 1 Lie about the 2022 season of Ninjago. This tweet got the entire community talking about the 3 points that have been put on this little list here, and in this video we'll just be going through all of them and try to spot out the lie among the truth. I know I might be a little late in making this video, but we're just gonna dive right into it anyway, with the first point being, quote, "The lyrics to the Weekend Whip will become an important plot point. Not only are the words catchy, but they also contain a secret which has remained unfolded since the song premiered in 2011, end quote. Now, is this a truth or a lie? Honestly hope that it is a truth. Now, the Weekend Whip has been close to my heart since my childhood, watching all the episodes of every show, and now when I look back at some of the old episodes and old seasons of Ninjago, I just get that nostalgic feeling of, oh, I grew up with this, you know, if you guys know what I mean. I memorized the song as a kid. I would act it all out. I loved this song, and it was an important part of Ninjago. I mean, it was the theme song for Ninjago, and we've seen the ninja sing it throughout the series, and even in some of the newer seasons of Ninjago, we've seen it have cameo appearances where the citizens are listening to it in the radios of their car or playing it inside their homes, and we've just heard it here and there, and I'm just like, oh yes, I remember that song. But considering the lyrics being an important part of Ninjago's 2022 season, I feel like that could be true. Before making this video, I kind of skimmed over them, and it's talking about training, getting started, and then being defeated, but pushing through it and coming back again. I mean, it is a pretty generic storyline of pushing towards something, getting knocked down, and fighting to get back up again and to ultimately triumph. It's a pretty generic term, but perhaps some of these specific words will become even more important in the 2022 season. As for me, I really hope that it is. I love the song. Some people say it's cringy, corny, and sure, maybe it is, but you know, tell that to my 11-year-old self. I loved the song. I loved Ninjago at that age, and I loved everything about it. And so for this song to come back and actually be an important part of the season, I feel like that could be kind of special in a way. But moving on to the second point, which is, quote, "An insignificant potted plant will prove to be one of the main reasons our heroes stand a chance against the overwhelming forces of evil." Now guys, at first glance you could say, oh, this is totally ridiculous, but is it so ridiculous that it could be true? I, for one, think that is the reality of the situation. I think that this point is meant to be so ridiculous that it could never be true, but let's be honest, we've seen weirder things happen in Ninjago, right? We've seen way weirder things happen. So I think that a potted plant could be one of the main reasons that our heroes, the ninja, stand a chance against evil. I could totally see that happening. How would it actually play out in the 2022 season? I could think maybe it's a plant for one of Wu's teas, one of his special magic teas. I don't know. Maybe they use the leaves from this insignificant potted plant to create a certain tea. Maybe it'll be a traveler's tea. Maybe it's going to be even something more special that will actually help the ninja fight against this new rising evil. And so yeah, I could totally see this being an actual main point in the series, and I could totally see a potted plant being one of the main reasons that the ninja actually win the battle and win the fight. And finally, moving on to the third point here, which is, quote, "Toy designers and writers have collaborated to avoid spoilers by including characters and objects in the toys which will not feature in the season's storyline," end quote. Now this one's a little touchy here. On face value, I would say that this is the lie. That is my personal take on it. But let's just think about this for a second. Avoiding spoilers. Now we've already seen the intro for the first episode, I believe, of season 16, along with Promobrix's article, which gave an entire overview of what will be happening in the season. So it's kind of like we already have so many spoilers. Would the toy designers and writers really go that far to try to avoid even more spoilers, or would they just kind of go with the flow at this point? However, there is one significant character which has been creating a lot of noise in the Ninjago community, and that is Pixel. And here it says that they have collaborated to avoid spoilers by including characters, but what about making characters absent? Now, Pixel has not been shown to be in very many of the sets. I actually don't think she's been shown to be in any of them. Her name hasn't really been mentioned at all. Her mech hasn't been mentioned. And now that Nia's coming back in her own mech as the original Samurai X, everyone's wondering, where is Pixel? And this is leading people to believe that Pixel will actually meet her end in Season 16. However, if this last point here was actually true, and the toy designers and writers could collaborate to make us think that Pixel is in fact dead, or leaving the team, or moving on in some sort of way, when in fact she's not, that could be a possibility, leading us down a different storyline than is actually going to happen in the season. However, I don't think they would do this, to be honest. I feel like the Ninjago community, we're all trying to figure out, oh, what's gonna happen next? Trying to figure out what the season's storyline could be, theorizing on different characters who are coming in, and all these sorts of things. And so to be slapped in the face with that, it's like, aha, we tricked you, April Fool's Day, or whatever. I feel like quite a bit of the Ninjago community might rebel against that, and that could not be a great situation to be in. And so I feel like the toy designers and writers would not do this. They might be inclined to at one point, but when it actually comes to it, I don't think that they would actually do this and collaborate behind our backs, try to trick us to think in one situation when it's actually the other. I mean, it's totally possible, right? It's totally possible, but I'm just thinking about the backlash, about how many videos I've seen on theorizing, and I'm not saying that it's bad to be proven wrong and it's bad to theorize. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying what could happen from this. And since we've seen so many spoilers already, I feel like it's a little too late almost for the writers and toy designers to kind of be collaborating in this way. So, in my opinion, out of these 3 points, the 2 truths are the weekend whip point and the potted plant point. And I personally think that the lie here is with the toy designers and writers, but who knows? I could be totally wrong, and the toy designers and writers could have totally tricked me, and it is actually the weekend whip which turns out to be the lie. Who knows? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What do you think is the truth and the lie here? And let me know how you guys think that a simple potted plant could possibly be a main focus of Season 16. Do you agree with my Woo's tea theory, or do you guys have your own ideas? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and to subscribe. Just click the little button down there. And I hope to see y'all in my next video.